again. This is the 5th of September 2020, my third Aughty Thoughty vlog. Apparently there's still some issues with the sound on the second one, so looks like I'm just going to have to invest in some better equipment if this takes off. So what I've been thinking about lately is eye contact. It's always kind of in the top three symptoms on a list of things you may notice in your autistic child, things you may notice in your autistic self, and it's a sort of perennial favourite conversational subject on autism forums. So I think it's something that I ought to just kind of address a bit. I don't actually really understand what eye contact is. Obviously people look into each other's eyes like that at some point during conversations and such, but what do they mean by normal eye contact, appropriate eye contact? I mean, these are words that sort of appear on websites quite a lot about autism symptoms, and I think, well, what is it all about? And I thought, well, obviously I can look into people's eyes. That's easy. You just sort of see where their eyes are and go, ooh, hello. But why make such a fuss about it? What's the big deal about looking at someone's eyes? So I began to sort of be more aware of where I was looking when I was conversing with people. And I realised I don't look at their eyes. And I thought, well, why not? And I tried it a few times. It's quite daunting. It's a bit unnerving looking in someone's eyes, the way they look at it. It's quite confrontational almost. Like you're kind of sizing them up a bit, But then they just look back at you. They smile. They seem perfectly okay with it. So it must be perfectly healthy and normal. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people who talk about masking, they say, "Oh, I've really worked on my eye contact." Oh, that's strange. I find that now I've been sort of thinking about where I'm looking. I do tend to look at people's mouths. I mean, as I'm filming this now, I'm kind of looking at my own mouth. That's where the sound is coming out. That is what is moving. I'm looking very little at my own eyes. And I find with the masks as well, since people have been wearing masks every day in the shops, I do find it quite hard to know where to look almost. Because where I used to look, the lower half of the face, where the speech is going on, there's just a sort of billowing piece of fabric. And yes, it does throw me a bit, I've got to say. Obviously they're very important for reducing the spread of coronavirus. But yeah, it makes things a little bit, not difficult, but emotionally jarring. But anyway, I decided I'd sort of do a bit of research on my own. I'm working a customer service job. I serve maybe 300, 400 easily people a day. I thought, what I'll do, each time I talk to somebody, I will look at their eyes. I will see where they are looking, how long they look at me, and I will report back to the autistic community on my findings. You can thank me later. Anyway, the first thing I noticed, the first time I decided, right, I'm going to look into somebody's eyes, I can only liken it to when I was at Go 8 once. I was about to go down a zip wire, and you just look at people going down, you think, oh, that's easy enough, I can manage that, that's do? You just sort of clip your little hook on the wire and go, wee. It's what could be easy? And you get to the top and you look down the wire and think, oh my word, ooh, oh yeah, that's you flinch a bit, you know. And then you get on the zip wire, you go down, it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? Oh god, this is awful, oh my, no, make it stop, I want to get off. And then you get to the bottom, you go bump, and you think, oh, that was quite a thrill. I think I'll do that again. Eee, woo, ooh. So, yeah, it was very like that. You know, I didn't enjoy it at the time, but afterwards I felt quite pleased with myself. Yeah, so I began to look into people. And what I noticed was that they come up to me, they say, hello, good morning, whatever, and they give you one little flash of the eyes, and then they look away, do what, start packing their shopping. And when I'm speaking to them, you know, telling them the price of their shopping, etc., they'll give me another look. I remember someone once told me that you're supposed to look into someone's eyes all the time you're speaking to them. I thought that cannot be possible. You're just supposed to stare into their eyes just like this all the time as you're speaking to them. That is just really, really creepy, isn't it? As you can see, it is a bit creepy. Yes, it was. They look at you. They sort of link with you, and while you speak to them, they look into your eyes, and then when they speak back, then it becomes a bit more flexible. You know, sometimes they look around while they're listening to you. They're looking into your eyes. When they speak to you, then they might look into your eyes. They might sort of look around at something else. They might sort of get on with what they're doing, you know, sorting out the shopping bags and stuff. And yeah, it's a bit more hit or miss at that point. Zebedee wants to join us again. Hello, Zeb. Come and say hello to the nice people. Here's my little cat, Zebedee. He got cold ears, he'd been outside. Yes, thanks for showing us your bumhole. Nobody wants to look at that. Yes, show us your cute little face. Where was I? Yeah, we have... no, you're really getting in the way now, cat. Come on, you go down. You go down. Yes, I love you, but you're a bit annoying. Because you are a cat. Yes, we were talking about they look at you when you speak to them. They look away sometimes, maybe not. And then when they say goodbye, they usually just give you another little flash before they go. And that seems to be pretty much the accepted amount of eye contact. I was sort of expecting that there might be a difference between, you know, what women and men do, or, you know, maybe foreign people do something a bit different. Maybe, you know, it's a sort of cultural thing. He's eating my hand, I'm afraid. Stop it, you bad cat. This one's behaving herself. Yeah, Polly. Oh, this is Polly. She's just sitting there behaving herself perfectly well. Say hello, Polly. Hello. Yes, they're my pets. Yeah, I was expecting some sort of cultural difference, maybe gender difference, but the only sort of difference I really noticed was age. Very small babies, they'll look and look and look and look and look. I don't know, maybe because they find it interesting looking at a human face. Maybe as they get older, people say stop staring, or they become more interested in things that are going on around them, or they're busy with something else. then children get to about 3 or 4, and I suppose one of the things that may make this becomes not particularly scientific experiment. I'm only one person. They're reacting to me. They're reacting to a sort of mid-30s woman working on a checkout. So they maybe because an adult is looking at them, they get a bit shy and look away. And most people in kind of teenage, early adulthood will sort of give you a second and look away. Middle-aged people will wait a bit longer. And elderly people will, give you a good 3-4 seconds of eye contact. I don't know if it's, because the pace of life slows down once you're retired, maybe. I mean, these are only generalisations, of course. But yeah, there seems to be some sort of proportionality between age and length of time of eye contact. Yeah, I did notice some people who speak very little English do sort of look carefully at you for a long time. Maybe it's because they are taking a minute to kind of decipher what you said, to translate it into their first language and then back into English, and just while they're thinking, they sort of carry on looking. I suppose something else that might have affected my results is that I was sort of waiting for them to look away. When you link eye contact with someone, someone's got to look away first. If I'm just waiting for them to look away first, maybe they'd wait a bit longer. I don't know. Yeah, and it got easier as the day went on. It got easier. At first, I found my first reaction was to close my eyes, to go, "Oh, hello," But I fought it, and it worked. And I did have sort of by the end of the day, I was. I wouldn't say it came naturally as such, but I wasn't having to sort of force myself. Yeah, and it is. It's odd, isn't it? It's this thing that is clearly such a big part of human communication that we just don't do. I mean, I didn't find that people particularly reacted differently to me, whether I, make an effort to look into their eyes or not. I didn't find that people were particularly more friendly or, laughed at my jokes more or anything. Maybe it's just one of those kind of subconscious things that people don't realise they're doing, never think about, but just sort of do it anyway. And it's only when you actually pay attention that you start to really notice that it's going on at all. Yeah, I'll leave that with you. Put something in the comments if you have any thoughts. Let me know what your experiences in the world of eye contact are. And I will see you when I have another thoughty. Bye for now.